Anyways.
Hello.
All right, you bunch of jockasses. We're here for another Sons of Screens. I am the host with the 24-inch pythons, Mr. Andrew Fake. Along with me, as always, my sidekick, the guy that rocks feather boas every weekend, Mr. Colonel Whiteside.
Hey.
Now, do you rock the red and yellow Hulk Hogan feather boas or the black and white NWO Hollywood Hogan feather boas?
Okay, fair enough. I forgot that he wore the boa.
Yep.
No, it would definitely be the red and yellow because that's Chiefs black and white NWO.
Oh God, yeah, I know. You know what's fucked up? Like obviously, look at me, I'm a Hulkamaniac, growing up, stuff like that. But my least favorite color is yellow. I hate the color yellow. I think it's the ugliest fucking color to ever exist.
It is a very blah color.
It feels weird. Like I wish this shirt was like red with just like the yellow eccentrics, but like the hat, kind of.
It would pop with it being red. Like switch the red and the yellow. Like still have Hulk be the red, like how he is, but the red background with the yellow Hulkamania.
Oh, check out the hat. It's even got HULKSTER on the top of it, brother.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother. But yeah, I've been wanting to kind of do this episode for a while because I was a big Hulkamaniac, and as everybody knows, he passed away last month.
So I'm saying this is our second set of Hulk movies recently.
Yeah, because we did Thunder in Paradise for my Thunder episode, so I was like, do I do Hulk? Because I just made him watch a Hulk movie not too long ago, but I was like, fuck it. I want to do a tribute to the HULKSTER, baby. I think what we decided is because you and your wife ended up kind of liking Thunder in Paradise. You're like, that was actually pretty entertaining. So
I was like 10 of them, but yeah.
Right. Now, there's just 3 movies and a TV show, which is about equal to 10 movies, so... But, Anyhow.
But no, I grew up like enjoying Hulk as a kid. Like I liked Hulk because he was a wrestler, and I liked it when he was in the movies because it was my kind of comedy whenever I was that age.
I was about to ask, were you always aware of HULKSTER? Were you always because that's like a household name, whether you watch wrestling or not. Everybody knows the name Hulk Hogan.
Like was it Mr. Nanny? Was one I watched a lot of that.
Yeah, that was almost one of these movies tonight.
I wondered.
Yeah, but instead we are doing No Holds Barred from 1989 and then 1991's Suburban Commando. The reason I stuck with those two because those are the 2 main ones that I have more memories with, more nostalgia with. So I went with that.
Well, I didn't realize this, but this was like the first 2 movies that WWE produced. Well, WWE at the time, but like these are the 2 that paved the way for the WWE like studios.
Yeah, that brought us like hits like See No Evil and The Marine.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I can see why the WWE studios are no longer a thing. I mean,
they're not making anything anymore?
No, they haven't produced a movie in a while.
That's disappointing.
They'll randomly like help out like financially, so they're producers on some random like indie movies and stuff, but
yeah,
it's not like what we were getting to where they would pick a random wrestler from the roster and make them the star of a movie and let's go.
They would make the Marine and then make 6 more movies.
yeah. Like Marine 1 was John Cena. Marine 2, I want to say, was Randy Orton, and then the rest of them were The Miz.
Okay, so there was. The first 2 were not The Miz, and then every other one after that.
Yeah, and then all the ones after that, The Miz. Which, I mean, it's a safe bet that The Miz probably holds the record of the most appearances in WWE-produced movies. Because he did a lot. He did this weird Santa's Helper one. He's done several of them. Kudos to him.
I always enjoy the crossover between wrestling and Hollywood because it's all scripted and stuff, but it's just fun to see the people that you see out there in the wrestling ring acting in a movie.
Mm-hmm. Their first few were very successful. Then people were like, nah. So then they started doing flop after flop after flop. To where they started doing straight to DVD, and then I'm pretty sure those had some success because
I feel like
hardcore wrestling fans out there.
What they should have done for the WWE
studios,
films,
production
whatever.
studios.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That what I feel like they should have done is like made their movies, but then only had them available on their platform. So like whatever platform they're on at the time. So like Peacock or Netflix or whichever one it is that they're exclusive through, release their
Right.
movies on there, and then don't sell them to other networks. Just if you want to see it, it's right here, and you're going to get a lot of
Let's
people
see.
watch it just because of that.
People don't believe me, but WWE is one of like the OGs on one of these random subscription platforms. They used to just have WWE Network. It wasn't
I
associated
know,
with
I
it.
remember that. I paid for it for a while because you got all the pay-per-views with it.
And they had a bunch of badass like shows too that
Mm-hmm.
they produced for that.
But yeah, they had a ton of good what we'll call documentaries.
Yeah, great documentaries. They had an animated show that was from the creators that had like Seth Green involved and shit called Camp WWE. It was fucking good. And then they did a prank show that had the dude that did all the Jeff Tremaine that did all the Jackass movies. They brought him
Yeah,
in and had him do a show with all the wrestlers pulling pranks on each other and shit.
that's funny.
It was a lot of
That
fun.
would be fun to watch.
And the streaming service is only $9.99 because they made a whole
Mhm.
song about it about it being $9.99.
Yeah, and
like,
then now, so did they start going to like Peacock whenever the WWE studios kind of decided they were done, or did they just do that because Peacock said, "Hey, we'll pay you a bunch of money to put your stuff here"?
lucrative deal. I think Peacock paid like 1 point something billion for
Oh,
them to bring
geez.
the WWE network over to Peacock
Hmm?
because Peacock was trying to make the statement
Right.
into the streaming world, and they wanted something that would really bring a bang. And so
When you've got already how many millions of subscribers that are going to come with it?
right. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's nothing compared to what these streaming services are paying for now to have exclusive licenses and stuff.
Well,
Like
streaming services
Par-
are what I'm frustrated with is you used to be able, hey, I just want the streaming service because I don't want to do cable anymore because cable is like
Mhm.
100 $120 a month. Well, now to get all the streaming
way more
services you
expensive.
need, you end up paying close to cable prices just to be able to get the streaming you want.
Yeah, I've had to do a lot of cut downs on some random streaming services where I think I can do without just so I can get the fucking ESPN premium bullshit so I can continue watching WWE because now they switched over to ESPN.
Mm,
At the time of this recording, tomorrow is their first event on ESPN, WrestlePalooza.
yeah.
So
Well, one of the nice things, so we have T-Mobile as our phone carrier, and one of the nice things about that is since we've got multiple lines and whatnot, so we're on whatever plan we're on, we get Apple TV, we get Netflix, we get 3 or 4 different streaming services paid for from just having our phone.
So yeah. Now WWE's exclusive to the ESPN app, to where you get everything ESPN on this app. Cool deal, but still fucking pricey. $30 a month. Good Jesus Christ.
The ESPN
But
app is 30.
for the premium, yeah. But it
That's-
gives you like ESPN Plus and the ESPN networks, and you get everything
Well,
ESPN on it.
for big sports fans, it's probably worth it because then you don't have to worry about trying
Yeah.
to go out and buy a bunch of other streaming platforms just to watch the sports that you want.
And I was going to do the little trick that a lot of wrestling fans are doing, where you can do a VPN, and so your computer will be reading as like it's from the UK or something.
Yep.
Because everything internationally outside of the States, all WWE events are on Netflix. So there's a little loophole for people.
I want to say it's NordVPN that I always hear about. That like you basically just set it up and it masks your IP, and the streaming service doesn't know where you're from, and you can just tell it where you want it to be, where you want it to think you're from.
Yeah, I've done it before. But the reason why I went ahead and decided to go and get the ESPN premium is because they also get the NHL Center Ice, where you get every hockey game. So I was like, all right,
you'll get to watch every hockey game that you want to watch.
Yep, every hockey game, all the wrestling events.
That gets you all the Stars games, even if they're not televised here, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. That's because they did that deal a couple years ago. So that's why I've always had ESPN Plus, because they carry all the hockey games.
Gotcha.
So that's how I get to watch the Stars every time I want to when they're on,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then Paramount Plus, they got the exclusive deals to UFC now. Did you see that? It's like $5 billion.
That means that I can watch. I already have Paramount Plus, so I'll be able to watch UFC now.
Yep, and they said no extra charge. If you have Paramount Plus, you get it. You don't have to do like an extra purchase to get their big events and stuff. Yep.
That's what everything needs to do.
Right? Well, because like AEW is part of HBO Max, but they still make you do pay-per-view prices even though you have HBO Max.
Well, I'm not gonna go pay for AEW.
No, that's where I legally stream it through my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
Because fuck AEW. It's all about WWF, WWE, baby. You know, die hard till I die. Just like I'm Nintendo till I die. I'm WWF till I die, baby.
I still want to switch too, but I don't know how long it's going to be before I can pull the trigger on that one.
Well, you're dropping plenty of hints, so I'm guessing by holiday season you'll probably have one.
I'm hoping that in the next 2 to 3 months I'll get one, but we'll see.
I bet I'm gonna give me one too, and then me and you can just fucking yell at each other through some Mario Kart.
Oh yeah,
fuck you up, fuck you up, son.
All right, well I'm gonna go ahead and bring out my random beer.
Okay.
It is one that has been drank on this show before, but not by myself or my co-host. It is the Tropic Slam because, I mean, we've got Hulk Hogan in both movies, so why not have some slam?
There you go. It's a, what is this? Is it a sour?
It is a tart ale with guava, pineapple, and orange. 4.2% alcohol by volume.
Nice.
From Boulevard Brewing right here in Kansas.
All right. Well, since Hulkster's passing, you know, he was a controversial figure because of some of the shit that he said in his own personal life and stuff like that, which was unfortunate, you know. But also during his wrestling career, everybody knows that he kind of controlled his own character. He kind of had an ego. He built himself up. You know, I never got to meet the guy, so I don't know how he was personally, but I hear that he was indeed an arrogant bastard. So that's what I'm drinking. His arrogant bastard ale. And that's all it tells me is that it's an ale, and it's 7.2% alcohol. Nice. So it's got a little bit of a punch, but it don't tell me anything else.
Well, I will tell you the first sip I had of this one, I know I've had a couple beers already, but this literally tastes like sunny delight to me.
Yes.
Took me 3 times to say it before I finally said it right, but it's not bad at all.
This one, on the other hand, oh,
is it a Milk Dad?
It's tastes like battery acid.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one.
Oh my. Oh my. I'm sorry.
While we soak that in, I'm gonna pause real quick because I got a pee. So okay. I gotta go drain my Hulkamaniac.
We'll be right back.
All right, we are back, you sons of Screeniacs.
I like that.
I like that.
Was that off the top of your head?
Yeah.
I like it.
Right. could be our viewer, sons of Screeniacs. Anyways. Yeah, so yeah, I try because I've had ales before, but I've had like flavored ales, like pumpkin ales and stuff like that. Apparently, just straight ale is straight ass.
Well, I really like this one. Like, this has been one of the better beers I've had. Now, this is one that I guarantee you that I could have 1 or 2, and then it would just be too much.
I don't think so, but have you given it 5 yet?
I have not.
Have I given a dumpster fire yet?
I was just looking at that. So I keep referencing the Milk Dads. The Milk Dads.
Oh, I gave Mr. Mingo a fucking...
Yes, you gave Mr. Mingo a dumpster fire. I gave Milk Dads a dumpster fire.
I think I'm the only one that's given a 5 to a beer.
And those are the only 2 dumpster fires.
I gave that Hypernova bullshit. Fucking fire.
And then for the 5s, I do believe you've only given 1.
Yeah, the fucking hypernova or whatever.
Yeah, we've looked it up before.
Yeah, the outer space one when we did our Mount Rushmore of the Star Wars.
Hypernova wormhole. So yeah, that is our only Miss Davis so far.
Which is funny because Star Wars involves outer space, and so does another movie called Suburban Commando. Which is not what we're going to talk about. Yeah, we're going to talk about No Holds Barred first. But I just wanted to bring up that we are talking an outer space movie.
We are talking outer space. All right.
So, but recent watches.
Recent watches. I was going to pull those up here real quick. Not as many for me this time. So I was sick on Monday.
Take 2 weeks off. So
right. Well, and it's just been a little bit more of a busy week. So Monday, I took off of work because I ended up being sick as fuck. Ended up getting almost zero sleep the night before, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take the day off, catch up on some rest. I turned on the TV to put something on to fall asleep to at like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And I saw like Roku has those little ads over to the right. Saw an ad for Prey. I was like, I'm curious about this. Let me go look at it. So Prey was what? It came out in 2022. It was a Predator, like it was a part of the Predator universe. Never heard of it. So I watched it.
This is your first time watching Prey?
Yeah.
It was fun. Movie.
I liked that movie.
Love that movie. Fucking Trachtenberg, baby, the new director. He's directing the new one that comes out November 7th, baby. Predator Badlands. And he also directed the animated one that just came out on Hulu.
I was pretty happy with that
Killers.
Like, it was a free watch on the Roku channel or whatever it was, but like I was not expecting. I'm sure I heard of it when it came out because I'm sure it was a theater movie, but I don't remember.
It was exclusively to Hulu.
Oh, well, that's why I didn't ever hear about it then.
Yeah, it was a Hulu exclusive. I bought a month of Hulu just so I can watch that motherfucker.
I really enjoyed the movie though; it was fun.
Because I'm a massive Predator fan. Love Predator.
Yeah,
I'm counting down the days for November 7th.
And that's why I was surprised I hadn't heard of it. I was like, I feel like I should have heard of this.
And now I was watching in chronological order, so I start with Prey and then Predator.
Because Prey was basically supposed to be one of their first trips here, right?
That we know of. I watched the animated movie that they released on Hulu called Predator Killer of Killers. Mm-hmm. It's really fucking good. Really? And it's just them doing different time periods, different regions, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's really good, and it's the same director. So I'm glad they're giving the reins to this guy, this Trachtenberg guy. I can't remember his first name, but yeah, they gave him the reins, and he's doing the new one. And it involves an android from the Alien universe in this new movie that's coming. Right. I can't wait. And on that same day, Running Man comes out, the Running Man remake with fucking Glenn Powell. So guess where I'm going to be that weekend?
Right,
I'm going to be at the movie theater. Yep.
Well, so like I said, I was a little busy this week, but my only other watch this week outside of our movies was This Is the Zodiac Speaking. Netflix documentary. It was a three part thing. I was kind of hoping, like, they're pretty sure they know who the Zodiac is, but the guy they think it is dead. So until they can tie some sort of DNA evidence to the guy, it's going to be an open case. But it was fun to revisit the Zodiac case through the eyes of that documentary.
I know the Zodiac Killer, but I never saw the movie Zodiac or anything about it, so I don't know shit.
The movie Zodiac is pretty good. So the Zodiac movie, what it's based on is a book that was written by a guy.
That's fine. Look who we are, baby. Written by a guy is perfectly fine.
But it was like a guy did a whole bunch of research and wrote a book, and then they made a movie, and and he was one of the main interviewees in this documentary.
Right.
But yeah, that wraps up my.
That wraps up your recent watches. Totally different from last week.
I know. Last week it was what, like 15?
Right. Well, my recent watches is I randomly, the spooky season is tickling my balls.
Ooh,
So
baby.
the first movie I randomly watched for some reason was Goosebumps. I love that movie.
I do too.
Like, I forgot how much I loved it until I was watching it. I was like, this movie's fucking hilarious. There's some good adult humor in it.
I like to revisit that one quite often.
That's a good one. I like it a lot.
There's not much that Jack Black's in that I don't like.
I know, that son of a bitch. That pisses me off.
Even
why is he so good?
Even what's probably the King Kong movie he was in. It's one of my favorite King Kong movies, and I know a lot of people hate it, but
I'm a big King Kong fan. It's not, yeah, it's in the middle for me on all the King Kong movies. I do enjoy it though. But I mean, yeah, Jack Black does make everything better. He's like a weird Band-Aid. That was a weird comparison, but that's why I'm sticking with it. He's a weird Band-Aid.
I feel like him and Kevin Smith need to do a movie because they both bring up a movie the same, in my opinion. Like if Kevin Smith's in a movie, the movie's going to be 3 points better than it was if he wasn't.
Or if Kevin Smith directed it or wrote it, and then Jack Black doing dialogue that Kevin Smith wrote. I'll be able to wear pants.
I was gonna say, like, go ahead and sign me up for that entire weekend.
Right? Oh, that'd be fantastic. So then I decided to kind of revisit an old horror franchise that I've always talked shit on. I've always despised, not a fan of. But I was like, you know what? I'm giving these old horror movies / franchises a second chance because I want to try to understand why people do love them. You know.
Okay.
So I revisited Phantasm.
Okay.
Sucks.
I've never watched any of those, and I've never really had a desire to.
Not a fan. Not a fan of the first one. Second one is better. Still stupid. But then I went ahead and watched the third one because it was available on the streaming service. No, it's I'm not a fan of Phantasm. I know there's like 6 of them total. I'm good. I'll stop at 3. And then I revisited Terrifier, our buddy Art the Clown there. Love that movie.
I wish we would have rewatched Terrifier 2 before we went and watched Terrifier 3 because Terrifier 2 and 3 go with each other a lot. And we didn't remember much about Terrifier 2 when we watched Terrifier 3. So like we were
see, all 3 of them connect. That's what I love about it. Is all 3 of them do really connect to each other pretty fucking well. But yeah, because like I don't know, just because I saw the instant huge success of Art the Clown and he's everywhere. He's on all of this merchandise, stuff like that. Which kudos to the film crew, Damien Leone, David Howard Thornton. David Howard Thornton's a great guy. I got to interview him. He's fucking a complete fucking nerd.
Was Terrifier because wasn't David Howard Thornton? Wasn't he a English teacher or something? He was like a high school teacher. Like he's like a teacher that they just got to play Art the Clown in.
I don't know. I'd have to revisit my own fucking interview with him to remember because I'm pretty sure we asked the question. I just don't fucking remember.
So,
but super sweet.
Wasn't Art the Clown a spin-off character from All Hallows Eve?
Yeah, and that was played by a different guy. And this was kind of a lesson to where we learned that David Howard Thornton took the character and turned it to his own. And now it's a situation to where nobody else could play Art the Clown besides David Howard Thornton.
Yep. Because
of his fucking physical performance. Dude don't have a lick of dialogue, but just the way David Howard Thornton performs him, man, he kills it. It's another Robert Englund situation, you know.
Yep. So agreed.
See, I did that, and then right after I did Terrifier, I watched DreamWorks Home. Remember that animated movie?
I love Home. I got introduced to that by my stepdaughter, and I tell you what,
that was the first time watch for me.
Movie. It's a fun.
I was like, that's Sheldon.
It is Sheldon. I was gonna say like the main character is voiced by somebody we know very well, but I couldn't think of it right away. But yeah, Sheldon.
Good old Jim Parsons. I had a good time with that movie. That was fun.
It's a fun movie.
It was. I don't. I don't see why it doesn't get more love than it does. Like it's kind of it's one of those children movies that kind of forgotten. Like you don't see merchandise for it
It
or
just
anything
never
like
got
that
big.
anymore.
Was because was it a Netflix original?
I'm pretty sure it was a theatrical release.
I don't remember it being a
It
theatrical
just
release.
never caught fire. I think I don't know.
Yeah, it was no Inside Out.
God. We're frozen. I
Let it go. Let it go.
I can't let it go. This bullshit. These movies are stupid. So then after home, I recently I'll even show.
Oh, we lost him.
I purchased this 4K box set of the Hellraiser
Nice.
movies, and this fucking set's sweet. Check this out. So yeah, so there's Pinhead in a nice blue and red color, and then you take it out of its sleeve, and it's part of the cover.
Nice.
Like little holes are in it cut out.
Oh, nice.
So now you got a skinless Pinhead.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, this is a translucent slipcover too.
Nice.
Oh man, now it's a skeleton fucking Pinhead with fucking needles in his head and stuff.
I will say that's some damn good packaging.
That is, shout out Arrow Video. This is an Arrow release, and it's fucking sweet.
Hell yeah.
And I watched all 4 of them just last night, laying in bed because it's the first 4 movies in the Hellraiser, the only ones that are good.
I think I've seen the first 3.
I'll be curious to hear what you think about Bloodlines, which is the 4th one, because it does this weird time traveling thing where it explains the origin of the puzzle box. So we get the past from like the 1800s, we get the current day, and then this is also the movie where he goes in outer space. We get Pinhead in outer space.
You got to get in space in horror movies. I mean,
you got to. Come on, Freddy. What are you doing? We need you in outer space, baby.
I mean, we got Leprechaun in outer space.
Yeah, we got Pinhead in outer space. We got Jason in outer space. Come on. All the major players have been in outer space. Yep. Just waiting on Freddy and Michael, apparently. Fuck Michael. He's just a bitch in a janitor suit.
Oh my.
So yeah, I watched all 4 of those. And then just today, to kill some time, I watched the good old 2.5 hour long Terrifier 2.
Okay. Just rewatched it again after watching it earlier this week, or
no? I watched Terrifier 1, and then today I watched Terrifier 2.
Okay, I'm sorry. I mistook what you were saying earlier is that you watched the Terrifier franchise, but you revisited the Terrifier franchise and watched the first one.
Right. No, I watched Terrifier 2 today, but I'm not going to watch 3 until Christmas time because that is a Christmas movie.
It is.
And he dresses up in his Santa suit.
I'll tell you.
And I know better.
Whenever we first walked in and we saw him going to the bar or whatever, wearing his Santa shit, we were just like, "Oh God."
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to? Do you want to review your beer real quick and rate it? Give it a rating.
Dumpster fire.
I figured.
The only positive about this fucking nasty thing is that it makes, because I have an open beer, like a normal beer over here, it tastes so much better. It tastes so good. It makes your normal beer that you usually drink 10 times better.
Well, mine.
Oh my God.
Like I told you earlier,
that is good.
The first thought that I got from it was Sunny Delight. Like, I love me some Sunny D. And this is my first 5. I loved it.
Nice. Good old Sunny D. Yeah, of course you love Sunny D. You're white. I mean, have you ever seen that Dave Chappelle skit where he talks about like all these group of kids come in and they're all thirsty and like, oh, we got some milk, we got some purple stuff. Oh, we got Sunny D. Dave Chappelle's like, watch the commercial, watch the black kid. The black kid goes, I want the purple stuff. Because black people love grape soda and stuff.
They do.
That's one of the common stereotypes.
It's not grape soda. It's got to be the purple soda.
Yeah, it's just the purple drink. Oh wait, no,
purple drink. Yeah,
that's red drink stuff.
Purple drink or red drink. One of those.
They like purple. Yeah. Anybody that's black, comment down below. Let me know if you know the purple drink. And do you like it carbonated or a juice?
Shasta
Cold. Oh my God, I haven't Shasta.
So, which one of these two do you want to roll in with first?
I want to go no holds barred, brother. We're just gonna start out. We're gonna start off at the beginning here.
Start off at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right. Well, give us a little quick synopsis of this movie, and then we'll get into it.
Synopsis. It's a movie about a TV network willing to go through ridiculous lengths to get Rip in there. Yeah. On their network, because apparently
AKA HULKSTER.
Yeah. Don't you love how the Hulkster was dressed up as the Hulkster, but they just changed the colors? Like they changed the look at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember this is 1999, so this is like peak Hulkamania when they did this movie. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this network, which we all recognize, the villain in this is one of those to where you've seen him many times, but you don't know his fucking name, and I didn't even look it up, so I still don't know his fucking name.
Well,
we've seen him many times.
He's in Ghostbusters. He's in there was another big one he was in.
He's been in so many. He's been in straight to DVD. He's been in TV shows, and he's always the villain. Always,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I love him. He's a great villain.
Thought I had it here, but I don't see him now. Oh yeah, Kurt Fuller. He was in Wayne's World and Ghostbusters 2.
And many others.
Oh yeah,
and never has he played a good guy.
You're like Wayne's World and Ghostbusters 2 is where you're gonna be like, I know I've seen that guy from somewhere, and those are the two that you're gonna be thinking of.
He was kind of good in Wayne's World, so maybe he does have some good roles, I guess, or like good guy roles, maybe.
And the over the topness of his villainy, like it's like I was watching a cartoon.
I love it. He's so good. He's been in some sitcoms randomly, stuff like that. Yeah. I literally wrote down on my notes, common villain with no name. This is what I called him, because I didn't even bother looking up his fucking name. But yeah, this movie starts out, it's just like it's a WWF event, and he comes out and he rips him, brother, which is a weird symbol because he does the hang 10, but he puts the little knuckle out. That's the rip him sign, apparently.
Okay,
like you're missing the tip of your finger. Missing the tip of the finger there. That means locally. But the way this movie jumps from scene to scene, it's just fucking insane. Because then all of a sudden, now Rip Hulk Hogan has a meeting with the big execs that are trying to lure him away.
They're trying to get
what
him
I love is
their network.
This villain guy, he does not know how to work negotiations.
No,
he was just straight up an ass.
And then they try to kidnap him.
Yeah. Well, I love Hogan shoved the fucking check down his throat.
Yeah.
It was like, no. So then, they put him in limo, and apparently Hogan is so strong to when he's like trying to kick his way out, it causes the car to go out of control. The limo to go out of control.
All right.
But yet the limo driver still made it to their destination, the random warehouse area with all the goons waiting for him. Which is probably my favorite scene in this whole fucking movie.
Is it?
Well, he blasts out of the protected shield cover because all the different shields coming. He blasts out of there because he's superhuman, and he beats the fuck out of everybody, which is fun. But the best part is when he grabs the dude and he's like, "What's that smell?" And the dude's like, "Dookie," because he shit his pants.
The Dookie scene.
Before he even says Dookie, it's classic Hulk Hogan going, rah, 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 rah. The fucking noises that he's done his whole entire career. And the dude's like, I shit my pants, but he went Dookie.
So when you watched this movie, did you watch it because you were a Hulk fan already, or did you watch it because? Okay, so
because let's see, because I just naturally draw into wrestling, and my grandpa realized that, so he built a scrambler that let me watch pay-per-views for free.
Nice.
Can't arrest my grandpa because he's dead, so you don't have to worry about
it. Did you watch any of the wrestling storylines that they brought Zeus in after this movie?
Oh, of course, yeah. They brought in good old Tiny Lister Jr. there, Tiny Lister Jr. As many people know as Debo from Friday. And a lot of other things. Also, the President and Fifth Element, and a bunch of other guy. Yeah, so just straight up actor. But yeah, to promote the movie, they actually brought him
Right.
in and trained him to do some wrestling at random events. There were always tag events except for one, because the
So
guy cannot do a match by himself.
right. So I was doing some research on this movie. I saw that they had a pay-per-view tie-in that I'm probably gonna go revisit this movie and go right into the pay-per-view because like it was apparently a pay-per-view that like it was a pay-per-view titled No Holds Barred the Match the Movie, where the fans watched the movie and then it went right into a cage match after that.
I am unaware of this.
Yeah. So like maybe we need to watch it. So
rather
yeah.
do D5 because it's definitely known network. I don't remember it. I'm not saying it didn't exist, but
I'm looking at the information right here. It's like
hopefully YouTube have it. Has it.
In December of '98, WWF aired a pay-per-view called special titled "No Holds Barred" to match the movie. Fans watched the entire movie first, and then it immediately cut to a steel cage match between Hogan and Beefcake versus Savage and Zeus.
I remember the steel cage match. I just didn't know that was what the event was called. I remember that steel cage match. Oh, it was a tag. He never did a singles one-on-one match. Thank God. Yeah, all he could do was the fucking choke thing and the club thing.
And ironically, the pay-per-view made more money than the movie did.
This movie made double its budget. It's estimated $16 million off an $8 million budget.
Yeah,
which is cool. I mean,
it was a fun movie.
I enjoyed it. Let me see what. Oh, then we get to meet the chick. She's something else. I mean, it's an instant like spark between them. They're
right
butting heads, and it's
whenever they get the hotel room, and he's like, "Well, you guys booked the room. What do you want me to do?" So she goes and starts getting ready, and he gets tape out and tapes up a curtain.
And he pulled the classic break the bed trick. Oh, yeah. We've all done that before because we're all massive human beings that can just snap a bed like that.
This was the first time watch for me, and whenever when it's cut, like it's showing her in the bed, and the bed's sitting there shaking, and it wakes her up, and it's like, all right, what's he doing over there?
You see the feet. The feet looks like butt.
Yeah.
That is an image that will always forever be in my head because I remember watching that as a little kid. I'm like, oh, is that a butt? No, it's just feet. But he's still in this weird, I want to say tidy righties, but they're red.
Right.
Because it's Hulkamania. Yeah. But no, I call her accountant with blowjob eyes because she had some piercing eyes.
She did. Her eyes were pretty awesome.
But she was very confusing, though, throughout this movie. Do you want his nuts? Do you not want his nuts? What are you doing? She ends up she's working for the big evil villain boss, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whenever they were in the bed with the curtain, I told my wife my infamous line, "They're gonna do
it." We love how there's no like law enforcement whatsoever in this movie.
Yeah,
it's just Hogan's the law enforcement. Like the chick is literally in the process of being raped,
and
then Hogan shows up with his motorcycle and. You okay? And then chases dude down and then puts him in the front of his fucking handlebars and launches him in the bushes and shit.
Right.
This is when she's still having, questions about Hogan. Like, does she like him or not? Kind of just saved your ass, bitch. You owe him one. And when I say you owe him one, I mean you owe him. You owe him one. I love when they go to the French restaurant too.
Yes. Yeah. Because he's sitting there, and then she's like
a big dumb idiot.
I don't know if you've ever been here before, or if you know anything about this kind of stuff. And then you got the waiter sitting there catering to the girl, and they're just talking to him like he's a stupid ass. And then
they're talking like, "Do you want hamburger or dog?"
And then you got like, I knew something was going on whenever he was like the one waiter recognized him, and then the chef comes out and he's like.
Well, how the date even happened to, because I mean they hated each other after that meeting, and then all of a sudden they're on a date, and I'm like, what is going on? What we're jumping scenes here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this movie was probably originally supposed to be 3.5 hours long, but also probably not. They're just cutting through it.
And this was the first WWF produced movie, and apparently Vince McMahon was trying to run the entire thing. So like I can
Of
see
course.
why it was kind of being kind of little out, like all over the place a little bit.
Vince, while he did create some of the greatest wrestlers and storylines and stuff like that, he's also had a lot of misses too. He likes to cut corners.
I mean, he had a lot. There was a lot of things he did that we won't get into that, but like they were wrong. But he made some good stories.
Yeah, wrestling wouldn't be what it is today without him, for sure. But I'm glad he's gone too. Even though I missed the ring without 30 fucking advertisements in the middle of it. You know, but
yeah.
But anyways, what did you think? So they're going to try to find like the network guy. They're going to try. So they go to that fucking hole in the wall bar with all the fucking fighting and stuff like that. I love how the waitress right off the bat suggests a gay bar for them to go to.
Right.
Yeah, and I would do her. I thought she was kind of cute.
There were a few of them in there that I would have considered.
Yeah, But I mean, if you tell me, hey, there's this bar to where there's these fucking cage fights going on, and there's a midget in a cage above you, I'm in. Like, I want to go.
I turned to my wife whenever we saw the midget in the cage above. I was like, "Is that Peter Dinklage?" I'm 99% sure it wasn't, but I was like, "That guy, he looked so much like Peter Dinklage." If it was, I mean, it was 89, but
yeah, it definitely wasn't Dink.
Not saying
but the guy, the waitress's brother, the teeny wanger guy, he was.
Guy
he's a WWE Hall of Famer, Stan Hansen. He was
okay.
He was a big wrestler in the 70s.
Like, so I don't know any of the wrestlers from this time frame outside of Hulk and maybe Savage, but like, well, obviously Savage, but like, I'm sure there's others that
he was pre-Golden Age WWF, but like he's still not
like
because his career.
How many wrestlers were in this? Like, not how many? Like, were there quite a few wrestlers, or was just the brother?
Stan Hansen was really the only one. Even the guy that he had a match in the very opening scene wasn't really a wrestler. He was just a gimmick guy. So really, Stan Hansen was the only one.
Okay,
for sure. I love the name though. Battle of the Tough Guys. You couldn't sit there and think of a better fucking title.
A better title. I mean, it's like we're gonna the Battle of the Tough Guys. All right, here we go.
And a random hole in the wall bar. But god damn it, I gotta pee again.
I do too. I was getting ready to say we should pause for a minute.
Okay, so we're on the same wavelength. We'll be right back, you teeny wangers. And we are back. So anyways, we left off with a Battle of Tough Guys and telling you about Stan Hansen. I mean, like, him being a wrestling Hall of Famer, like, I didn't even know he was wrestling until my adult years until he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Okay. When they inducted him, I was like, he's an actual wrestler from back in the day? I just thought he was like this hilarious actor that was in this movie because he cracked me up in this movie.
Yeah.
When he goes to the fucking trough urinal and he grabs both of them. Look, couple teeny wangers. He was fucking great. He was hilarious. And then after I learned that he was a freshman, I went and watched some of his old stuff. He was good. He did the massive clothesline. He was a clothesline from hell guy like JBL did.
I gotcha.
But yeah, he was good. What are some moments in this movie that you enjoyed?
Well, so the breaking the bed moment was pretty fun. That made me laugh because like he was just sitting there being the nice guy or whatever, and then he breaks the bed and she rolls over on him. She's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" And he's like, "You rolled over on me." And then he gets up and she keeps rolling over.
Did you know Debo was in this? Tiny Lister as Zeus.
Well, I didn't know that's who it was, but yeah, like I knew he looked a little familiar. Like, yeah.
I mean, what a fucking character. He busts down some weird random ass huge steel door in this hole in the wall bar. That was a nice little insert there.
It was a pretty cool intro.
And all he does is yell. And then randomly goes Zeus.
Right. He has a Z written on the side of his head.
But he's not the dumbest character in this movie. The dumbest character is, of course, the character named Randy. Is the dumbest character in this fucking movie.
Randy.
Fucking Hulk Hogan's brother in this. He went looking for trouble and he fucking got shown, got the shit beat out of him.
Oh yeah.
Like, you dumb shit. Which, I mean, Hogan's girlfriend almost getting raped didn't make him want to go fight, but his brother getting beat up that he asked for him was like, okay, Zeus, we're gonna fucking duke it out.
Right.
Tell me the logic in that. Well, it's Hulk Hogan, so it kind of makes sense.
Now, there was, like, overall, the movie had quite a few fun points. I don't know that I would pull out one thing completely. That, like, the final scene where like the guys in the room, the production room or whatever, and he electrocutes him. Like, he's just sitting there pulling all the wires.
Yeah, he's destroying it. He killed himself.
Right. Like, what are you doing, dude?
I mean, I do love that whole ending with the fucking octagon wrestling ring.
Yeah.
And, like, pretty much the death of Zeus. Like, he does that weird little teeter-totter like Donatello in Ninja Turtles 2. Where he just kind of rocks back and forth. All of a sudden, dazed. And Hogan just kind of goes... he falls to the ring and everybody's cheering. Like, oh, we just witnessed a murder, but that's cool. we'll just go, yay, Rip wins. And
right.
a little sign at the end, and that's the end of the fucking movie. Yeah. So yeah, we'll kind of hit in there. I mean, like I said, the way this movie is pieced, it's like a jigsaw puzzle that won't fit the pieces. Like it
right. So there was, I guess, two other things that I thought was kind of interesting as I was doing some research on the movie.
Okay.
The movie was written by Hogan. Like, the script was written by Hulk and Vince. They apparently locked themselves in a room for 3 days and
came up with
knocked
this.
It out.
Came up with a plot hole driven fucking movie.
Right.
You know, I will say, because for the longest time, I was big into belt buckles, and this movie inspired me to collect belt buckles because that giant Z belt buckle that Zeus wears. For some reason, when I was a little kid, I was like, that's really cool. And then as I got older and discovered I can buy belt buckles and buy a belt that wear belt buckles, I had a massive fucking collection of belt buckles. From Ninja Turtles to wrestling to horror. I had this sweet Freddy Krueger belt buckle. It was fucking cool. I need to bring that back. I'm going to start buying belt buckles again. Fuck it.
There you go.
I'm bringing it back, baby.
You live in the middle of the Midwest, so, like, belt buckles are a thing.
Right. But then also my gut kind of covers them now. So I don't know if I can bring back the belt buckle.
They would hurt a little bit.
Yeah. So that was back in my skinny days. Maybe I can't bring that back.
The one other thing that I thought was kind of interesting in the research I did on this movie was the Hogan versus Zeus feud. That it didn't last long in wrestling, but it did pave the way for the supervillain outsider concept. Is what I'm seeing here, like monster for
Is
the.
that
like
what it says?
Well, for like the monster heels, like Giant Gonzalez or Mr. T or Lawrence Taylor, like bringing in some crazy heel. Because like this says it paved the way for WrestleMania 6. I don't know what WrestleMania 6 was, but
I need to have a chat with Chat GPT. No. No. WrestleMania 6 was in Toronto. Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. Title for title. Main event.
Yeah. I don't know.
The only pay-per-view Zeus has appeared in was like, I think he did a Survivor Series match.
Zeus wasn't there, but it paved the way to, like, is there something that happened? Because you said it was Hulk versus who in the title for title?
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior, okay.
And I can't really think of any celebrity guests or anything that inserted themselves in there. I don't know.
Okay.
It's interesting. I'll dive into that a little bit. But yeah, no.
Fair enough. I mean, you're the wrestling guy, so it just was interesting. Like, I was going to ask you if it helped, like, if this feud with Zeus in wrestling did anything.
The feud with Zeus and WWF kind of hurt it a little bit, just because the matches were goddamn stinkers.
Because Zeus is not a wrestler, and it was obvious.
I mean, they're in tag matches, and they kept Zeus like on the apron. They tagged him. They teamed him with Macho Man, and Macho Man couldn't even save the fucking match. And he could wrestle a broom and make them look good, but for some reason couldn't make Zeus look good. And what's funny is WCW though, they were like, because Hulk Hogan went to WCW in the mid '90s.
Right.
They brought in Tiny Lister. They named him Z Gangsta, as somebody from his past is going to come whip your ass. They named him Z Gangsta. It was his name. They put the Z back on his head, and that was also a failure. Imagine that. I mean, I love the actor. I mean, come on, Friday, and he's been in many movies, and I've always loved him. R.I.P. But yeah, no, he didn't do good for the golden age of. He's one of those asterisks in the golden age of WWF for sure.
What do you have? Do you have other stuff you're wanting to bring up on this one?
No, I thought of course there was going to be a robbery when him and Chick goes into a diner, and Hogan is friends with the big black fucking mama chick.
Oh yeah.
And of course, there's a robbery, and of course he cleans house because pies defeat guns. Did you notice that?
It was like a big food fight.
Yeah. He's throwing pies at the guy that's holding the gun, and then guy with the holding the gun's like, pies! Oh no, I can't pull the trigger or nothing.
I can't see you anymore.
That was ridiculous. But yeah, overall, yeah, this is one of my earliest like movie memories for me and thanks to my grandpa because he saw the twinkle in my eye when I watched wrestling and was a big Hulkamaniac. So anything that Hulk Hogan did, I knew about.
Yep.
Even the Hulk Hogan vitamins, baby. Fuck Flintstones. My grandpa would travel to a certain place in Wichita way further than he had to go just to give me some Hulk Hogan
just make
vitamins.
Sure you got the Hulk vitamins, huh?
Yep, because he knew I would eat those. But yeah, I'll actually even give my rating first because obviously it tickles my nostalgia bone. It's it's just it's a cheese fest. There's there's a lot of plot holes. There's no logical reason for this shit to happen. A lot of it don't make sense. But there's also memorable lines and moments in it too that always stick out in my head, like Dookie and
Dookie.
It just all sorts of crazy shit. But for me, the best I'll go is 6 on this one.
Okay. Well, so this was the first time watch for me. I'm by no means disappointed that I did watch it. Like it hit, like having never seen it, it still hit nostalgia for me because it reminded me of those early 90s movies that I'd watch on Disney Channel or whatever, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and they were just fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's
the kind of movie to where a group of friends watching it and talking shit on it. It's a good time. Mm-hmm.
Like it's one of those movies that like it was meant to be bad, but it was good because it was bad. So like I'm right there with you. Actually, I'm giving this one a 6 as well.
Nice, kid.
Like it was a fun watch. It's not going to be one that I go out of my way to watch, but
no. But like I said, if there's a group of us and it's on,
like if somebody just wants to say, "Hey, let's put on No Holds Barred," I'm not going to say no. Like I'll be like, "All right."
You're like, "Hold on, okay, exactly that." All right, let me open a beer first. Okay, now I'm ready to watch some No Holds Barred. Let's go. And just point out all the ridiculous fucking plot holes in the fucking movie,
and the
acting,
the corny dialogue and corny acting. Like, I don't feel like this movie was meant to be serious. And
no, I love how the chick escaped. Like, because you got all these people standing, like the security guards doing all this little fucking maneuver stuff like that. I've been watching wrestling my whole life. Sometimes I do jump out of my chair and cheer and stuff like that. But the whole time when they're throwing punches, I'm not like, oh, get him. Ah, shit. Oh. Especially when I'm supposed to stand guard with a fucking hostage.
Right. And then like she sneaks out and then they're like, oh, she's gone.
Right. And fuck Randy. That little bastard. He was the cause of all this fucking problems here.
See, Randy looked familiar too, and I couldn't figure out where I thought I knew him
He
from,
don't
but
familiar to me. I didn't look up his career because I
I
don't
didn't
know if
either.
he had one. I don't know if he had one or not. I'm not sure. All right. Well, now let's go into
Movie number
a
2.
sci-fi movie that I'm curious to hear your opinion on because it does involve some outer space, which I know you enjoy.
I do love
I
me some
mean,
out of
it's the
space.
most stereotypical, generic outer space sci-fi shit that we can get. I mean, his name is Shep Ramsey, and he's wearing the most generic spacesuit, most generic spaceship, and he has to crash. Then he has to charge it to what, like 0.1% or something like that, just
No,
for
he
him
can
to
only charge
fucking.
it 0.1% at a time so that the power reading does not project into space and they can
That's
find
right.
him.
That's right. Yep.
I'm sorry, like that not sorry. Like this was again
No,
another
see,
corny movie.
it obviously brought out some of the nerd in you. You're like, wait a minute, are spaceships? I know spaceships. That's what you're saying. I know spaceships, baby. I know spaceships. I mean,
So this movie was originally created like they wanted it to be another Schwarzenegger DeVito movie, and they pitched it to him, and they passed on it. And it
I
says
wonder why.
they chose to do Kindergarten Cop instead, but I only remember Schwarzenegger and Kindergarten Cop. I don't remember DeVito.
Thinking you need to look up ChatGPT, but then also do factual researches yourself after ChatGPT.
Yeah,
I'm sure
maybe.
Danny DeVito wasn't involved. And
I will go find
Is
out
it-
right now if he was involved.
While
While you continue
you
giving
do
us
that,
the-
I'll talk about the movie. So yeah, there's this intergalactic battle, good versus evil, with the most generic off-brand Darth Vader that you'll ever see in your fucking life.
right.
Even doing the generic like weird growl scream when he got his hand chopped off that you've heard in many fucking movies before. So then Hulk Hogan has to crash land on planet Earth. So, that's what they lean to. He's going to find a home of these humans that are going to take him in. That whole thing. But I love all the foreshadowing in this movie. Every scene was like a foreshadow of just random comedic slapstick moments. Like the cat in the tree,
Mm-hmm.
the ripe melons.
Just pulls the thing down. That's not my cat. Well,
I mean, we revisit all these comedic
it
things
should be
because he has
nobody's
to continue.
cat, honestly, because cats are bitches.
I agree with you on that one. But yeah, I mean, there's so much fucking foreshadowing in this, like with the neighbors with the race cars and the hot rods driving down the street, almost killing the kid and stuff like that.
So
we always have to revisit them as it goes on.
I honestly thought this was going to be a first time watch for me, and I realized in the middle of the movie that I have seen this movie before. And the scene that made me think of it is whenever Hulk was talking to the race car guys, and he's like, "What are you gonna do? Punch my face in?" Blah blah blah. Like I don't remember what all he said. He was like, "No, dude, this is the '90s. We're gonna sue you."
Yeah. that is the famous line because it was in the trailer that was on many VHSs that you've maybe rented and stuff like that. And that's always the ending of the trailer. No, it's 90s. I miss the times where we got to say this is the 90s, like it was, we're at the peak point. Now that's fucking 30 years ago. It's fucking insane.
This is the aughts, bro.
Yeah, of course we got Hogan say, "I hate Earthlings" when he has to land.
Right.
And then we insert the generic 90s pop song with the Hogan overlay. I don't know if you noticed that during the little opening song during the opening credits. It's like a random little poppy little boop with some rap, and then every once in a while you hear Hogan throw a line in there. And like he recorded this track for this movie. So then we get to meet the humans.
And DeVito's not on the cast list at all for Kindergarten Cop, so I don't know what they're talking about here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I'm like.
That must have just been the next one that Schwarzenegger did.
Probably. But okay. Obviously, the best cast out of these two movies is this one because we have
Oh,
Christopher Lloyd and
absolutely.
Shelley Duvall as,
Yep.
as the
Say
humans that take
Christopher
them
Lloyd,
in.
I feel like made this movie. Like he stole
He
the
was
show.
great. He did better than DeVito would have done, I think.
Yeah.
Because that would obviously been DeVito's character if they would have
Right.
done this.
Right.
Yeah, he was fantastic. Like
When you got Shelley Duvall, that I'm sorry, I love Shelley Duvall, but
this was at the very end of her career, I would say,
okay.
before she went batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. They blame her going batshit crazy over The Shining and working with Stanley Kubrick because, from what I understand, Stanley Kubrick was the biggest prick to ever work for when it comes to directors, which I could see.
I get it.
Yeah, hearing the stories, he did like 60 some odd takes for that little ball to roll in front of little Danny while he's playing with his Tonka trucks and stuff.
Oh God, because it didn't look just right.
Yeah, and it just wouldn't look just right, so they just kept re-recording, and this is when everything was on film. When film cost money, you couldn't do it digitally,
Yeah.
so like he wasted
Right.
a lot of fucking money just to get the shot that he fucking wanted. And apparently, he was a prick to Shelley Duvall the whole time, just because he wanted her to be distraught. So he was purposely being a fucking cunt to her, just so she looked disheveled the whole time. And they say that's kind of what tipped her over into the dark side, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Which, but back in the Suburban Commander, though,
say back to this movie,
we had another classic villain show up in this. That's been a villain in every fucking.
Before we get into that, though, because I think we're going to talk about a wrestler, right?
No, the corporate head guy that Christopher Lloyd works for.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That guy is also he's just like the villain in
right.
Noel's Bard. He's in everything, and he always plays a fucking bad guy. Like in Chairman of the Board, for some reason, pops in my head. The Carrot Top movie, he was the villain in that. He's always been the bad guy. Nutty Professor, he was the villain in Nutty Professor.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to picture his face.
I was trying to think of a more popular movie.
No, yeah, like I recognized him from a lot of stuff too. I don't remember. Always a co-star, never a star kind of guy.
Yeah, the co-star that you don't remember his name, but he always plays the same character in every movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, out of both of those actors that always played the same character, the same villain, stuff like that, who do you like more, Kurt Fuller or this guy? I like this guy better.
I like this guy better.
Yeah, he was always a little more villainous. I think he was always that douche that you wanted to punch in the face.
He was the guy that was full of himself, and like he's always the guy that's full of himself, and just you just want to punch him.
Mm-hmm. 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 I've never heard stories, but I guarantee he's one of those people though. If you met him, he's like the nicest guy in the fucking world.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's gonna be that story.
Like if he ever shows up at anything at Frightmare, I will get his autograph.
I'm getting his line because I guarantee you we're gonna have a friendly conversation. He's gonna be one of the coolest guys that I meet the whole fucking weekend.
So, one of my favorite scenes in this movie, it happened. I guess I can't call it a scene. One of my favorite series of scenes in this movie is when he's helping the mime.
That's another foreshadowing moment that I was talking about, to where we keep revisiting the same shit, and he goes into the mime.
Like,
yeah,
he's like, "Oh, is there must be a level 7 force field."
Oh, and helps him out, and then with the rope, fucking yeah, just throws him up there.
Yeah, the scenes with the mime were some of my like favorite. Like they made me laugh so much.
But I think the biggest foreshadowing moment throughout the movie is Christopher Lloyd trying to beat the stoplight. They did that multiple times.
Yeah,
and then he finally does it at the end.
And then he just goes.
But there was an error there. Did you notice the error when he finally beats the stoplight at the very end?
Yeah,
and he shoots the stoplight down. Did you notice that the stoplight was facing the wrong way?
I did not notice that.
He was crossing the street and he shot down the one that was facing the one that he should not be facing. He should have shot the one that was facing the other cars.
Right.
He shot down the wrong one, but he welcomed him in. You know? But yeah, I mean, just these two movies alone kind of tells you, because there's a lot of Hulk Hogan movies out there,
Oh yeah,
and they're all very similar. You're going to get the same.
they're
You're
very
going to
similar.
get
They're very corny. They're comedic.
like they're not bad. They're all watchable, especially if you're with the right group of friends where you can sit there and talk about. There, because I mean, his acting is god awful. He's no Dave Bautista. he's no John Cena even. I don't think John Cena is a good.
Well, and I still feel like Mr. Nanny and the Rock's Tooth Fairy, like the Rock being the Tooth Fairy was supposed to be similar to Hulk being Mr. Nanny.
And they both wear tutus in those movies.
They do.
They do. There's a little mirror image there. Out of all the wrestling actors or wrestlers that became actors, who's your favorite? The Rock, Batista, John Cena, Hulk Hogan.
Probably The Rock, just because like recency biased. Like he's in a lot of good movies, whereas a lot of the other actors and like a lot of the other wrestlers that became actors ended up being in kind of corny movies or movies that I haven't seen, so I can't judge on.
When it comes to acting, I'll give it to Dave Bautista.
He's pretty
good. As time has gone on, he's gotten better and better with his acting.
Did you ever see? Yeah, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Army of the Dead?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I thought he did a really good job in that one.
Yeah, he was really good. But The Rock does have entertaining movies. Like I love The Rundown.
The Rundown is one of my favorite movies.
Fucking
Santa Claus
love
doesn't
that
give
movie.
any breaks.
Santa Claus don't give you breaks. Thunder, lightning.
Yeah, monkey.
Penis eating minnows. I want to go home.
Nope.
Did you love that the military neighbor in this was named Colonel?
Yeah, like the guy that he literally reminded me of is it Bobby's grandpa in King of the Hill?
Oh yeah. I love how Hogan's explaining his title is infantry and all that stuff, and he's like, things have changed since 1950, whatever.
Right.
You know, a random moment that I thought was fucking hilarious that I just discovered this time on this watch was him discovering the apartment for rent that Christopher Lloyd and Shelley Duvall has. It's literally a sign on a post that just says apartment for rent with an arrow. There's no information on it or whatever. He just grabs it and follows the arrow, like where direction it was going in, and he ends up being at the right house.
Right.
That fucking led him to. I was like, this is classic cinema right here, baby. This is
and then she turns his workshop from a workshop into a completely
in a day, like in an afternoon.
In an afternoon.
In an afternoon, she completely turned it into an apartment. It's a workshop.
Wallpaper.
Yeah, that was another thing that I literally have notes on. I was like, did you notice how she turned his workstation in an afternoon into a fucking apartment complex?
Did you notice whenever Christopher Lloyd first went into it after it was an apartment, his drill press was in the background as a plant holder?
Oh, this movie was originally titled Urban Commando when they were trying to get Arnold and DeVito on it. It was called Urban Commando. And they changed it to Suburban Commando because they're in suburbia, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand the decision behind a lot of this movie, but I'm glad they did it because I have a good time.
Okay.
With this movie.
So we're gonna talk about the guy that so when I was watching this with my wife, I was the bounty hunters.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm sure these guys are wrestlers. I recognize one of them for sure. I had to look him up. And the Undertaker.
Oh, you had to look him up?
He was the Undertaker. I was like, oh my God, yes.
Yep.
That's exactly who it is.
He just signed with WWF when they were doing this movie.
Okay.
But he hasn't debuted yet.
Right.
So while they were waiting for his debut, they threw him in this movie with the Hulkster, and he was one of the bounty hunters. Yeah,
and then his little squeaky voice made me laugh so much.
You're a dead man, Ramsey. No wonder these guys don't ever talk. Yeah, like bringing up great acting by the Undertaker. By the way, when his little rocket shoes go up, he's going through all the fucking layers of the building, and he's like freaking out. I'm like, go get it, Mark Calloway. Good job, Undertaker. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Because I was like, I'm forgetting something, and it was the Undertaker. I was like, oh, I wonder if he realized that it was the Undertaker in this bitch.
Well, watching the movie, I did not, but I looked it up later, and I was like, okay, that's why
Yeah.
familiar.
The Undertaker's only movie role. He did some voice acting, but he's never been like in a movie himself since that fucking movie. Yeah. And what a performance it was.
Right.
Fucking love it. Fucking love it. And now Mark Calloway does like YouTube. He does interviews and stuff like as Mark Calloway instead of Undertaker because he was big on you always stick to your character when you're public. He's the Undertaker's Undertaker. Back before they were revealing how fake everything is and how the characters and stuff like that. Now his YouTube show is a lot of fun and you hear a lot of cool stories. And I just can't wait for somebody to be like, I want somebody to bring up Suburban Commando because I want to hear what he thinks about it now.
Why don't you reach out to him, see if he would be interested in having a Q&A on Suburban Commando.
See, wait to say that because here we're transitioning. We got a special guest, Mark Calloway. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like,
that would have been fucking cool.
You got me. Like, wait, I didn't hear.
We got the Undertaker of this bitch at 10:30 on a Friday night.
But if he's in Cali, it could be 8:30 where he's at.
Well, he's probably in Indianapolis because the big WrestlePalooza is happening. I keep getting phone calls from my family. Get him away! I'm trying to read notes.
So what else? Like what? So what is some of your? What is there something that stuck out to you in this movie that really helps your nostalgia / love for this movie?
My biggest nostalgia with this is actually going to see it because it was my brother's birthday and I was still terrified of Freddy Krueger at the time. Gotcha. This is when Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare was out.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom took my brother and his group of friends to go watch Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare at the Premier Palace, baby.
The Premier Palace?
Yep. But I was too scared, so me and my dad bought tickets to Suburban Commando while my brother and they wouldn't watch that. So that's always memories gonna stick in my head. Right. And just again, like these Hulk Hogan movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're not good, but they just have these random like performances and moments and stuff like that just stick out into your head. Like no matter if it's over the top or just ridiculous on how they pile it on.
Yeah.
It's just this intertwined some galactic sci-fi into it.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, we even got a dude in a rubber suit at the end. I mean, come on.
We had a New Hope beginning, honestly. They literally had the big ship with all.
What'd you think of the guy in the suit at the end when they pissed off the bald-headed villain and he turns into that weird monster? And it's like a 20-second fight, and he gets electrocuted. Hulk Hogan likes to kill people with electrocution, apparently.
Right, apparently.
I don't know. It's just fun. It's the late 80s, early 90s schlock that I know I love, and I know a lot of people love. And stars Hulk Hogan, who was a childhood hero of mine, but mainly because of wrestling, not because of his fucking movies. But I don't know. I enjoy this. We can go ahead and give the rating. I mean, I'll also mention that while No Holds Barred was a success in the box office, this one was a big old flop.
Yeah,
this one was a big old flop.
This one had a budget of $11 million.
Made about 8. Yep, I got that too. Yep. But yeah, I love all the cheese in the movie. I love the music in this movie. It's straight up fucking.
Mm-hmm.
It's the entrance of the 90s music, you know. Isn't that weird though? After a decade ends, all of a sudden you're right into a totally different look in that decade.
Mm-hmm.
We go from 80s looking No Holds Barred to 90s looking Suburban Commando, and they're only 2 years apart. It's fucking weird how that
Right.
works.
Yeah, because it was what 89 and 91.
In 91. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And then another random moment is he runs into the arcade with that kid. And he,
Right.
come on, kill it, Dragos. Come on,
He's trying to
Dragos.
tell him what to do, and he's like, the kid's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And so he just like does it. And he's like,
It gets on.
won!
And the machine itself throws out a white flag
Mhm.
out of the side. I'm like, that's fucking gold. But anyways, yeah, I'll give it a rating. This one is higher than Noel's Bard. I actually love both watching this movie by myself or watching it with a group of friends. I'm pretty sure this is the highest rating anybody's ever given this fucking movie before out of 10. But I really do enjoy it a lot for the random different moments. And it's Christopher Lloyd with Hulk Hogan and it's outer space. So I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
All right. Funny story. I had 8. I had my finger on 8 whenever you were talking about this one.
You don't act like you know me, sir.
I don't. So, like I said earlier, whenever you picked this movie,
this beer tastes a lot better after. I just finally finished that weird acid beer.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, and then I took a drink of the good beer. Ooh, it's tasting good.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry.
Like I said earlier, I thought this was going to be a first watch for me after you picked it, and as I got into the movie, I realized it was not a first watch for me. So it did bring up a little bit of nostalgia for me. Like
was there random little blips that you're like, okay, I remember
like
that.
There was, I would say, probably 12 to 13 scenes that I was like, oh, I've seen this. I know what's going to happen. This is what's going to like, and so I knew I'd seen it. It was so long ago, I don't remember seeing it.
Right, exactly. Like it's worth a revisit because you don't remember shit about it except for random little blips.
Yeah. Right, but like this movie, literally, it still hit that nostalgia feel. It is that corny '90s movie that is just made to be a fun movie, and it was a fun movie. So, like this movie, while it doesn't get an 8 from me, it does get a 7.
Nice. So, I love how we agreed on which one was the better of the two.
Yep.
You know, you did not disappoint me at all on this, sir. I'm shocked.
Every now and then, I can prevent a disappointment.
that was perfect rating. And I know we're coming to the end and you're about to announce next episode, but I'm about to piss my pants. So we're going to announce next week, right after this break.
Be right back.
All right, you sons of Screeniacs. I was
like, I forgot it.
I almost said sons of Schoonigans for some reason. Like I was mixing hooligans into it. I'm like, that's not Hulk Hogan. Sons of Screeniacs. There we go. Okay. Anyways, what up, gangster?
What up?
Wait. Oh, so yeah. That was this week's episode. What we all right. What are we doing next week, sir?
So next
our
week,
precursor to spooky season.
Are you done fucking with your hat?
I can't decide which side I want the bill on, the left or the right. Anyways, don't mind me.
So anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna we've had our gangster week. We're gonna have a gangsta week.
So it's like a sequel.
Kind of, but it's completely different kind of gangstas.
It's a spin-off sequel.
So next week we will be watching Straight Outta Compton, along with All Eyes on Me.
First time watches for me, people.
I'm excited.
And for those that know me, you might be a little surprised because I used to bang to the music back in the early 90s when I was a young thug in Augusta, Kansas,
Oh, in A-Town.
A-Town, baby. A-Town represent. But I have not seen either one of these movies, so they're both first-time watches.
I think you're going to like both of these movies. I mean, I have to think hard on my rating on these because I did like both of these movies.
You're not sure which one ranks higher than the other, huh?
They might rank close to this. Well, tune in next week to find out.
I hear a lot about Straight Outta Compton. I haven't heard much about All Eyes on Me. So
So one is about the music group.
No, I know exactly what they're about. I'm just saying, like, longevity.
Right. So Straight
Straight
Outta
Outta
Compton is
Compton is
NWA. All Eyes on Me is Tupac.
Two-pack shacker.
Two-pack shacker. We're gonna get our West Coast roots going here.
I look like a Muslim chef right now.
You do. Very badly. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I have been Andrew Fay.
I've been Colonel Motherfucking Whiteside.
Mm-hmm. And you, what was it? Sons of Screeniacs, stay tuned and tune in next week, baby.
You had to think hard on that one, didn't you?
I did. Beer, man, beer. Anyways, good night.
Good night.